Oh gosh, sorry. Was I staring? Ito, I guess you just look extra lovely today. I couldn't look away. Aristeru! Aristeru. Welcome to my stream. Good evening. Ito. Bet you didn't expect that, huh? Bet you did not expect that. No, wait, where's my BGM? Do I have BGM? I do have BGM, it's just quiet. There we go, now you can hear it. Is it too loud? I'll turn it down a little bit. How's Adi doing today? I tried to study. It gave me a really bad headache. It was so bad. I know. I was like, come on, study today. Get your 2 lectures done today. And then like halfway through, not even halfway through, 7 pages into the second lecture, my headache was so bad. I was like, I'd rather die. I'd rather die. And then I was like, wait, what's worse than dying? Doing my taxes. So I was like, I'd rather do my taxes. So at that point, I started doing my taxes instead. I know. Studying hurt me so much that I was like, oh, you know what would be good now? Yeah, doing my taxes would be better than this. Yabai yo. Yabai yo. Hey, that's still productive. I know, it's so good. But my tax advisor said that, well, first of all, they were like, oh, you haven't given me anything for these purchases yet. And so I had to hunt down the how do you call them? Receipts. I had to hunt them down. And also my tax advisor was like, yeah, so for, you know that like 100-page long list of your $1 donos that you received, not good enough. Not good enough. I need a PDF receipt for each individual dono that has your name and your address on it. And I was like, what? What? Needs to have my name, my address, date of purchase. And I'm like, but why? And they were like, yeah, so since you're selling stuff. And I was like, but I'm not selling anything. But I'm not. And they were like, yeah, still. And I was like, what do you mean still? What do you mean still? I hereby declare that I want my non-nonsense Sensuba sticker back. It's not yours to keep. No, you can't do that. I'll sue you. Wie heißt denn nochmal? Kein Rückrufrecht. Kein Rückrufrecht. They're making it so complicated. I know, I'm gonna die. It's so bad. Hontoni. It's okay, but that's a problem for tomorrow. That's a problem for me tomorrow. Yeah, not for today. Today I've had enough. And then I looked at my beloved, beautiful, lovely dog who was sleeping in bed with his teddy bear. It's so cute. It is so cute. It is adorable. And Antoni, I think he's so cute. He's snuggling with the little bear. It's the best. The best. Verbrauchsgüterkauf? Was für Verbrauchsgut? Da ist doch... Das ist kein Verbrauchsgut. Ich bin kein Verbrauchsgut. Do super chats get the same treatment? No, just donos. Just donos, because my super chat income is transferred in one monthly salary through YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's so terrible. But I'll try to sort it out. Also, my finger hurt, and I don't know what I did. I don't know how it happened. I think it's from typing too much. I think I literally like hurt. How do you call it? Xena. I think I literally hurt like muscle in my finger from typing too much. Ah, not good. But I got to play a round of Mensch ärgere dich nicht of Ludo against my grandma. I lost. And then I got to play a round of Mühle against my grandma, which I don't know what Mühle is. And I won. What is Mühle in English? Brettspiel English. Come on. No, that doesn't sound right. 9-man Morris? 9-man Morris? Yes, that one? Yes. I played the 9-man Morris against my grandma and I won. I mean, I just got the most vigorous typing I've heard. It is true. They call me the fastest machine gun typer in Germany. Yeah. My fingers are so speed. Which, you know, it's actually quite funny to me how I'm able to type so well, but I was an absolute failure at playing the piano. I was so bad at playing the piano when I was a child that my teacher genuinely was like, oh my god, did you not practice? You didn't practice. Like, she used to like slam my fingers down on the piano like, just play the right notes, it's not that hard. I was hontoni very bad. I could play one song reliably, and even that not very well. I was a piano catastrophe. Yeah, when I was my piano teacher was also my singing teacher. And we were singing in like a little choir group, and she was like, "Oh, okay, girls. Do you want to do like more like opera songs or more like pop songs?" And we were all like, "Oh, we want to do pop songs. We want to do pop songs." And she was like, "No, we're gonna do opera." Then why did she ask us? Why did she ask? I know it's the illusion of free choice. I know. I don't know what she expected. I don't know if she expected us to go like, yeah, we want to do opera. I don't know. It was, oh gosh, and I remember having to sing my scales and my warm-ups. You know, the na 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 na, mom 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 mom. And she was like, higher, Ivy, higher. And I was like, mom 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 mom. And no, I hated it. I did not like it. Every time when my mama drove me to my singing, I know the little choir thing, I was like, no. No, mama. Mama, no, I'm sick. Mama, no, I'm sick. Hello. ちょっと待ってね。ありがとね。Thank you, Six. So no tiny amounts anymore, which means only big amounts. Gotcha. I've had a fantastic morning. I received the wrong package by accident. So instead of getting a stainless steel frying pan, I got something that only a lady would get to. Well, yeah. Madayo. Tell them that you're not a lady and you want the stainless steel pan. But that you'll keep the lady stuff. Just in case. Well, but yeah, I hated going to singing lessons. I sang a lot of things that I somehow remember. There was this one song. Oh yeah, oh gosh. Recently, you know the new Dead by Daylight killer? The Crossway? You know the song that she sings at the start of the like animatic? I was like, wait, I recognize this. I recognize the melody. And turns out it was one of the songs that I had to sing for my choir. And I was like, what? What? And I was like, oh my god, I actually recognized it. It was I had to attend the choir because my mama was in the adult choir, and so like she dragged me with her all the time, and she was like, Heidi, you do the children's choir while I do the adult choir. And I was like, no, Papa, don't leave me here, don't leave me here. And then we had like little choir performances, you know, like as you do in like churches and stuff. And you know, I earnestly tried my best to sing. I just have a quiet voice. So every time I was done performing, my mama was like, Heidi, you were just mouthing something. You weren't singing. And I was like, Mama, I was singing. And she was like, no, you were just going like a fish. You were just mouthing the words. You weren't singing. And I was like, no, Mama, please, I was singing. Yeah. I don't know. What a weird time. What a strange time. And there was one song that the adult choir used to sing, which I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a really cool song. I was like, wow, this is my favorite. And whenever they'd play it at performances, I would listen with rapt attention. And as it turns out, that song was a choir arrangement of Toto's Africa. But it took me a couple of years to put it together because the people in the choir's English was so bad that you could not make out any of the lyrics. Not even the Africa part. You could not make out the lyrics whatsoever. Yeah. I know. I think, but the song I probably remember most from my choir days is let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. If you read, you begin with A, B, C. If you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Yeah. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Oh. That was not right. I am quite tone deaf. But yeah. And one time, my choir teacher drilled me so hard for an upcoming performance that I even like had the song on my brain when I was sleeping. Wait. Oh no. Oh yeah, I wanted to turn the heater off. I think I told this story before, but I was sleeping at my grandma's house that day, and so my grandma and my grandpa were treated to me like in the middle of the night, going, Singt ein Vogel im Lärchenwald. I don't even remember the... Or wait, was it that one or was it... Ein Vogel wollte Hochzeit feiern in dem grünen Walde. That one was it. Yeah. あのね。Yeah, they got treated to that in the middle of the night. So it probably sounds scary. Imagine if you hear a child singing choir songs in the middle of the night. I think I would die. I think I would die. Oh. Nandedayo. Some of you have a dirty mind. Some of you have a unclean, unsayable, unreasonable. I'll try it. I would say unreasonable mind. Downright atrocious. Downright. So, I'm running out of chat reflex streaming. That is not true. That is not true. I was literally the word I was looking for was synonyms. I was literally telling an innocent story about my childhood, and then I look in the chat and I'm like, what do you mean like chat like streamer? What do you mean? I think you're lying. I think you're lying. That's not true. It is not true. I was telling a fun story about my childhood. Ma, I just got here, so I'm in the clear. Yeah, you're in the clear. Get down, Mr. President. Get down. Addy is always innocent indeed. That is true. That is true. I am in fact always innocent, and when I'm not innocent, then you're just wrong. Ma. Nemo, recently I was online shopping for some arigato ne. Thank you, Michael. Happy 29 months. 29 months in. Teasing Huddy is still fun. I'm sorry. It's okay. The novelty the novelty will wear off sometime. Nemo, I was online shopping for some stuff for the plane travel, because that's a long flight. I bought myself a neck pillow, which will hopefully prevent me from accidentally cutting off blood flow to my brain like I did one time. Also, what else did I buy? Oh, I bought a new bag for my shampoos. Wait, what? I bought a neck pillow and a new bag for my shampoos. You did what? I talked about that before though. I fell asleep I fell asleep on the plane with my head at like a really weird angle. Like it was something like, imagine like all the way tilted to the side and back. And when I woke up in a really hazy state. And you know like how it feels like when you like sit on your foot for a while, or like you lay on your arm and it's like entirely like pins and needles, and like you know how it feels like static? And I barely managed to move my head to a different position, and then that is what my head felt like. And I was like, oh my god, did I just almost die? I think I cut off blood flow to my head. I know. How do you lay your head asleep on your foot? No. Like no, not No, I said like you know how when you like sit on your foot or when you like lay on your arm that those two things in the airplane incident are not related. Demo. Yeah, I just had my head tilted at such a weird angle that I woke up and it felt like my head was asleep, you know like how your foot can fall asleep or your leg can fall asleep or your arm can fall asleep? It felt like my head was asleep. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I don't think you ever talked about it because this sounds like Eddie's closest moment to date. Eh? I didn't think it was that bad. I actually had that a lot. I think I have a mild case of sleep apnea. Because it happens a lot that when I sleep like on my back, it's so hard to wake up. Like I can barely breathe and barely move. I think that might be sleep apnea. It happened to me a lot where like when I was in high school, sleep apnea does not do that. Are you sure? Are you sure? Cause sometimes I just wake up when I was asleep on my back and I can't move. I can't move and I can barely breathe. Now on the other hand, that could be sleep paralysis, but you never know. You never know. Okay, maybe it's not that. What? It has some weird symptoms, Demo. Maybe it's just, if you wake up and can't move, that's sleep paralysis. Wakatta. Wakatta. The only thing I know about sleep apnea is that, that my teacher had it when I was younger. And he told us about what it was like, but honestly, if sleep apnea doesn't cause paralysis, then I think he might have just had sleep paralysis instead. Do you usually snore? I don't snore. I do not snore. I never snore. Ever see anything freaky? I can't actually open my eyes when I have sleep paralysis. You know, I'm like just laying there with my eyes closed, breathing shallow, can't move. Demo, one time, one time I felt like someone was like laying next to me and I was like, who's laying next to me? I'm alone in the room. In the room, is it my grandma? Is it my grandma? That's not my grandma. And I freaked out. Demo, what about the time Adi told us she woke herself up on the plane by snoring? I don't usually snore. It was just a weird position. It was just a weird position. It's cause once again I was sleeping with my head all the way tilted back and it caused me to snore. So I woke up to me making like really weird snoring sounds and I was like, go. I woke up, and I made the weirdest startled noise, and I was like, God, that's so embarrassing, and like I couldn't even look at the woman sitting next to me, but I was so tired that I couldn't stay awake for like 30 seconds. I immediately fell asleep again in the exact same position, and I woke up to myself doing the exact same snoring, and I was like, I think the woman sitting next to me must have thought I was crazy. Because I was so tired that I was like trying to keep myself awake, but it just didn't work. So like every minute or two I was like, honk, shoo, go, honk, shoo, I know. It was not good. It was not good. I... No, that woman sitting next to me probably did not enjoy her flight. Who would you rather sit next to on the plane? Would you rather sit next to a child that throws orange juice in your lap? Or would you rather sit next to Ivy who goes honk shoo honk shoo the entire flight? Yeah, will I get to hear that sound too? I hope not. I hope not, Amari. We talked about it, but if I look like I'm dead when I'm sitting there, please adjust my neck position, maybe. Please adjust my neck position. I need, contrary to popular belief, I do need blood flow to my brain. I would rather not die. Period. Do tell us if she snores though. I don't snore. I do not snore. I know. Okay. Here's my proof that I do not snore. I'll make sure to cover your face should I be too late to help you. Ah, great. Yes, please preserve my anonymity as a corpse. Okay, listen here. Let me prove the fact that I don't usually snore. Okay, so when I was staying at Mose's house, right? Mose was like doing her little Minecraft mod pack. She was making the V-Dere server Minecraft mod pack, and I fell asleep in her bed because her heated blanket was the absolute best. And I fell asleep in her bed, and now there is some contention about whether I was sucking on my thumb or not, which I wasn't. I just happened to have my hand over my mouth. I just had my hand over my mouth. Demo. Aside from that divisive issue, I know, don't you think that Mose would have teased me into oblivion if I was snoring? Don't know, the drawing says otherwise. Well, she is lying to you. My hand was just over my mouth. I know. There is some contention between you and the person who was awake to see it. That is not true. I always sleep with my hand over my mouth. But it's just I don't do it. It's not true. I don't do it. I just have my hand over my mouth. Adi, please stop lying to us. I'm not lying. Mom. Amari will not hear me snore because I do not snore. So you're saying that you always have a chance of sucking your thumb? No, that's not true. That's not true. Adi has other lying tells. This is not one of them. What is my lying tell? I would like to hear. What tells do I have when I'm lying? Modayo. I know. Oh, shall we play a game? Do you wanna... I want to play a game. I know. Do you wanna play a game? Let's play 2 lies and 1 truth, okay? Let's play 2 lies and 1 truth, alright? Okay. I'll start with the first story. Okay? I'll tell 3 stories. 2 of them are lies, and 1 of them is the truth. Amari can play too. Alright. Story number 1. In Germany, there is a place called the Felsenmeer. And my family took me there when I was a child. To, you know, climb up the little rocks. Oh, I should probably explain what it is. It's like a kind of like a forest, but it's filled with like very small boulders. So you can go climbing quite nicely there. I know. Ito. And so we went there as a family, and I was really excited, and I climbed all over it. But apparently this place was like famous for like bugs being like all over like the crevices of the rocks. And no one told me that, cause you know they know that my family knew that I was afraid of bugs, so they were like, "Oh, if we tell her, she'll never go." And so they told me on the way back. My father told me when we were in the car, because he was like, "Look, Heidi, you climbed in this place and you ran all over this place where there was so many bugs, but you were fine." And I was like, "What? What?" And so I threw a tantrum all the way home about the bugs that were there that I did not see. I did not see any bugs. If I did, maybe it was some ants, but I did not notice them. And I was like, I was still appalled. I was still appalled that they would not tell me. I know. Gee, I haven't heard of the Pheasant Man in a while. Yeah, I was there as a cook too. How old was I in the event? I think I was 4 or 5. I was kindergarten. I was a kindergartner. Then here comes my second story, which might be a lie or could be the truth. As a child, my family once went to the Rhön Park Hotel. I'm not sure if they're still open, but it was like a 4.5-star hotel in the Rhön. And our family got a discount there because my aunt's father, my like, you know, in-law aunt father, worked there. So we got a family discount. I know. And they have like children's programs like, "Oh, tonight is kiddie disco," or "Oh, tonight is drawing day," you know? And so one of those nights was a karaoke day. And before not kiddie disco, but like kiddie, you know, like child, like kid child disco, yeah. But one time they had a karaoke night, and I was so arrogant as a child. Before I got bullied in school, I was the most horribly spoiled brat in the world. I was actually trash talking the other children before they went on for karaoke, because you know they had like a little stage with like the karaoke thing like they do at hotels. And my aunt was standing next to me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she can't even sing. Do you see that girl? She can't even sing. She's singing badly." And you know, obviously, I said that, but I was really terrible at singing too. I was absolutely awful at singing. You know, I was like, "Alle meine Entchen schwimmen auf dem See" was probably like the best singing I could do. And so my aunt got so mad at me for being such a horribly rotted child that she like grabbed my hand and she took me back to the hotel room, and she was like, "You're not allowed. You're not allowed to participate anymore." And I had no idea that she like disliked me for the entire vacation because of it. She was so mad. I know. That was the third story. The third story. I know. And then comes the final story. One time, I was on vacation with my grandparents, and we went to the Spreewald. The Spreewald. Now, it's famous for a lot of things. It's famous for like the hats with the big red balls on them. I know. But also it's famous for drinks and stuff. But we went there and we went to Ponyhof. You know, it's the how do you call it? It's the little horse. Pony. Pony. The pony. I forgot that it was the same name. It's the pony farm. So we went to the pony farm and you could ride ponies. But I was under the Delulu impression that I would be riding a big, huge horse, like a real full-sized horse. And so they were like, yeah, you know you're gonna get to ride the horsey, and your horsey's name is Atlas. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a powerful, tall horse name. And I was expecting to ride on like a huge, huge horse and like being on top of the whole world. And then they brought me up to like a tiny little... Oh wait, not Atlas. His name was Columbus. Columbus, yeah. Columbus. And I expected it to be like a huge tall horse, but it ended up being like a tiny brown pony. I mean, cause obviously like it was for little children and it was a little pony farm. You got a pony to ride on? Yeah, just like, you know, like, oh, rent a pony. Go on a ride with a pony for 30 minutes. You know, that thing? I know. And then there was Columbus. It was very short. And brown. And, you know, I didn't even get to ride him. Like, you know, it was just getting led around. Like Columbus was on a leash and then like a handler would like lead him while I was just sitting on the back in a saddle. I know. And so my grandma took a picture of the event and I looked so upset in that picture. It's just like, oh, you know, like, oh, let's take a happy memory picture of riding on the horsey. And I looked like, I looked so unhappy. Was the pony at least fast? No. Because it was being led by the handler on a leash in a row of other ponies. So it was like going 1 step per minute. I don't know. Alright guys. Now you've heard 3 stories of mine. Which one of them do you think is true? And which ones do you think is fake? 2 of them are fake. And 1 of them is real. Alright. Please, discuss amongst yourself. Discuss amongst yourself. Oh, I wanna know, would you be my girl? Oh yeah, Veil was also popular for a while. Wait, Let me see here. 1, 2, or 1, 2 oder 3. Und wenn ihr richtig... wait. 1, 2 oder 3. Letzte Chance vorbei. Und wenn ihr richtig steht, seht ihr, wenn das Licht angeht. Oh nein, und ob ihr richtig steht, seht ihr, wenn das Licht angeht. Demo. No. No. Letzte Chance vorbei. But yeah, Veil was in a lot of... It was pretty popular. I completely forgot about that song. Veil, ¿qué es? Una cosita, ¿y qué cosita es? Empieza con la A. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será? No, eso no, eso no, es así. Con la A se escribe amor. I don't know the rest. Alright. Also, next time someone has me on any office speaker, please let me know. Ahead of me singing Schnee Schna Schnappy. Schnee Schna Schnappy, 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 Schnapp. Schnee Schna Schnappy, 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 Schnapp. Oh, same counts for if anyone wants to put me in front of a baseball stadium, in front of their class. And alright, let's see what the votes are like. Naruhodo! Wow, it's very clear. Alright. Und ob ihr richtig steht, seht ihr, wenn das Licht angeht. So you think that the first story is right? About me going to the Felsenmeer and throwing a tantrum on my way home because, because, no, my father told me that there was bugs all over and I didn't know. That story is... drumroll please. The story is... a lie! You've been deceived. Pathetic mortal can't even tell the lie from the truth, huh? Oh no, I just made that up. I just made that up. I just randomly remembered today that a location called Felsenmeer even exists, and I was like, oh, that would be a good thing to make a story about, because it's pretty specific. Demo. The right story is the second one. I was absolutely incorrigible as a child. I was absolutely intolerable. I was such a brat. I was so horrible. I was like, oh my gosh, this girl can't even sing. Oh my gosh, she sounded so pitchy. She couldn't even hit a single note. All the while, I was not a good singer. I was not a good singer either. And my aunt got so angry. She was like, oh my gosh, her parents are raising a little bully. But as it turns out, I got bullied instead, so I'm fine now. I'm fine now. Issue is, all three stories kind of involved you being a little brat. Well, are you surprised? That's just what children are like, huh? That is just what children are like. But yeah, how old were you when you said that? I think I was still in kindergarten. Or maybe like about 6 years old. I wasn't very old. Yeah. But the Ruin Park Hotel, it was pretty nice. It was very nice. They had a water slide. In the indoor pool, and I would go on that so often. I would go on that with my grandma and I'd be like, Grandma, one more slide, one more time. And Grandma was like, oh, Ivy, it's time for dinner. We have to go to the dinner buffet. And I was like, no! Water slide, one more time. But the problem was I would say that every single time. Every time after we were done, I was like, Grandma, just one more time. Just once more. This one is the last one. I promise I'll never ask for a water slide again. And I said that every time. They also had little sippy cups for the children that were handed out in the restaurants, and they filled them with Fanta. You'd get a little green sippy cup, and it would be filled with Fanta, and it was the best thing. Yeah, and they also had like an indoor like playing hall for children. It was great. I had a great time. But back then, actually, yeah, I think I remember. I must have been like 5 or 6, cause we didn't have Maxi back then. We didn't have my dog back then. Yeah. I know. And the reason we didn't go anymore after that was because my aunt's father, who worked there, he went into retirement. So we did not get the employee family discount anymore. The hotel still exists? Wow, I should go there with my grandma again. Oh, let me look at the pictures. Wow. It looks like it has changed quite a good bit. I wonder if they still have the water slide. Mom. But I had a grand time. I had a great time when I was younger. When I was younger, it was good. It was good. Better than our family vacation with my mama and my papa, where I think I almost said adios on the water slide. But yeah. Such memories are quite fun, but then once I became a teenager, my family did not want to go on vacation with me anymore. Which is very understandable. Because I was so edgy. I know. My mama and papa, they booked a vacation to Spain for us, and I was like 12 at the time. And they were like, Heidi, come on, we'll go out of the hotel room. And I was like, no. No. I don't want to go outside. You don't understand me. The outside doesn't understand me. And so I just sulked in bed the entire time. It was, I can't, Mom, I'm brooding. Yeah, I literally did not go outside. All I did was read fanfiction on my phone. So I don't actually remember much of that vacation because literally I did not go out. I was just in the room. Differently from my first Japan vacation with my mom, where I just got horribly sick. So I was stuck in the hotel room for 3 days because I was just dying. And then one time I was like, Mama, can you bring me food? I'm kind of stuck here. Can you bring me food? And she bought me Chinese food. I was like, Mama, what? We were in Japan, and somehow the one restaurant she picked was a Chinese place. So, since I was stuck inside, I couldn't go out to experience any restaurants. And the taste of the Japanese restaurant I got was a Chinese restaurant. It was pretty funny, I know. It was quite it was quite bad too. Like it was like the mandu, like, you know, like the dumplings, but they were like burnt. They were like really, really burnt. And I was like, thanks, Mom. I know. I still don't know how she managed to like, of all the restaurants in Tokyo, she went to a Chinese restaurant. I know. Yeah, then, you know, for the longest time afterwards, my mama told everyone that I hated Japanese food. She was like, yeah, Adi hates Japanese food. Adi hated going to Japan and having Japanese food. Because her opinion of me, quote-unquote, hating Japanese food was based on me not liking the Chinese food she brought me when I was sick. Could have been worse. She could have gone to a German restaurant. Well, I think she would have noticed that. I think she would have noticed that. I don't know. Sometimes street food can smell strange. Well, it didn't smell strange. It was just burned. It just tasted burned, and I mean, you know, it was like visibly burned. Wait, what? Yeah. I mean, you know. Alright, I guess. Yeah. I know, recently, I think like a week or two ago, I told you about it. I went to the sushi place with Amari. And when I came back, I told my mama about it. She was like, where were you? And I was like, oh, I went to the sushi place with Amari. And she was like, what? What? You eat sushi? So you've just been telling me for years that you don't like fish when you actually eat fish? So you've just been pretending not to like it? And I was like, Mom, you know that they have vegetarian options, right? You know, like, I don't need to eat fish to go to a restaurant. They also have appetizers and kapamaki. I was fine. あのね、why do you even sell burned food? Just throw it away. My mama has a talent for like finding pretty bad restaurants. My mama has a talent for like wandering into some back alley, and just like buying the first sketchy stuff she sees. I don't know. It's pretty impressive. Yeah. A scandal with often narrowly avoided. I mean, yeah. Don't tell her about the buckfish poitin though. Don't tell her about the buckfish poitin. So finding sketchy restaurants is a bloodline trait then? Okay, in my defense, I literally talked about this with Amari, and Amari did the same thing. Amari did the same thing when she went to Korea. Cause you have to understand, it's like really common here. It's like really common in most of Europe, including in Spain, including in Poland, but mainly in Spain, that you will just like walk around, right? And people will be standing there with their menus and they'll be like, hey, here's our menu. Do you want to come inside, right? Like, that is really normal. That is very, very normal. And so, you know, when I saw people in Japan like standing around with their menu being like, here's our food, do you want to come to a restaurant? I was like, oh, okay, sure. You know? It's normal here. It's normal. I know. I mean, you know, to be fair, I was like, oh, that's kind of strange when they led us to like a elevator, sketchy elevator, but but at that point, you know, we'd already said yes, so I know. It is normal. That's definitely new to me. No, it's not. It's normal. It's normal. They do it all the... Oh, I hit my arm. They do it everywhere in Spain. Yeah. It's not... It literally is. What do you mean it's not? What do you mean no, it's not? Huh? I'm gonna have an apoplexy if you guys keep denying it. It's not just villages. No, it's literally. They're just lying to make me seem incredible, but it's true. It is so true. I've seen it so many times. I've seen it in Poland. I've seen it in Spain. I've seen it in France. They're lying to you. It's really, really common, especially in tourist areas. Ma. That's your issue, France. Well, yes, France among others. Sketchy places? No, just normal restaurants. Like, on a street full of normal, like, touristy restaurants, like, all of them were advertising their restaurant. That's the... I won't be gaslit. I will not be gaslit. They might be tourist traps, but they're still, like, normal restaurants. I'm gonna cry in then DC. I know better now, but like, you know, if you follow a person like that in like a European country, they just bring you to a restaurant, you know? You know, it's not weird. Oh, you hate me. That's not ever an issue in Norway. Well, yeah, that's Norway. I wasn't talking about Norway, was I? Inte. Jag heter Blåhaja. Ma. Ma. I know. I know. Did you at least try the food they were shelling? No, we had a small drink and left. You know, nothing bad happened anyway, so it was fine. Ma. You said Europe. Am I not European? I don't know. Is Norway in the EU? Last time I checked, it wasn't. Madaya. Madaya. Oh. I'm being bullied for speaking the truth. They hated Ivy because she told them the truth. You can ask Amari. You can ask Amari. Amari, wait. I'm literally gonna ping her. I'm literally gonna ping her. Oh, my Discord reloaded. Wait. Okay, I wrote her a very frantic message. I wrote her... Yeah, okay. I told them about the fact that, like, in many European countries and in many European cities, it's very normal for people outside of restaurants to, like, advertise the restaurants. You know, they have their menu and they'll be like, hey, this is what we're selling. Do you want to come inside? Our food is nice and cheap, you know? That kind of stuff. It's normal. It's normal, right? Like, you'll be in an area with restaurants and, like... It's normal! It's normal! Literally, in Japan... No, not in Japan. In Spain. I was in Spain so many times and there was, like, entire streets full of restaurants. No, it's not only in tourist trap. It's not true. It's not true, Amari. Tell them, Amari. Tell them, Amari. Amari, tell them. Mom. I will die on this hill. Well, not about the posters and menus. Well, not about the posters and menus, but like, you know, someone like standing outside the restaurant and being like, hey guys, you know, like here's our menu, have a look at our menu. Like, are you guys hungry? You know, that kind of stuff. It literally, so much in Spain. So much in Spain. I know. I refuse to believe that this is not normal. Je refuse. Je refuse. Je suis un sacre bleu. Je refuse. Yeah. It happened to me all the time in Spain. All the time in Spain. We French now. You've driven me to desperation. Come on, Amari. Amari, tell them. Amari, please. Could it be that you're trying to learn more French recently? No. No. That only happened to me in Spain. See? That is what I've been talking about. That is what I've been talking about. It is so normal in Spain. And desperation leads you to the French, yeah. I know. You said Europe though. I said many European countries, including Poland, Spain, France. You know, so normal in Europe. And then I listed off European countries. Yeah. It never happened to me in Germany, but it happened to me in other countries. Yeah, exactly. It might not be common in Germany, but it is super common in Spain and in Poland and in France. Adia's gonna just so you know, I'm gonna be punching my pillow about this tonight. Oh, Tony, I'm gonna be punching my pillow. I know. It's common practice in Poland. There we go. There's the Polish person. Trust the Polish person. Don't tell me I'm lying. Even the Polish person said I'm right. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. There we go. I feel so vindicated. I feel so vindicated. Look. Look. Narzib also says it's been happening. There we go. We've got the proof. We've got the proof. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the proof. And oh my gosh. Nuh-uh. Yaha. 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 They could also be gaslighting. No, you're gaslighting. No, you're trying to gaslight me. Yeah. We know ID is a little easy. I understand. They hated Adi because she told them the truth. They hated Adi because she told them the truth. Fine. They shall not believe Adi. Adi shall die not being believed, but in the future generations will know. Future generations will know. Nah. I like how you don't even try defending yourself on that statement. Well, I mean, I think that is too too steep of a hill to die on. I can't be out here arguing that I'm not naive. No, that is too much. That is too delulu even for me to argue. You're talking to the person who, as a child, you know, I got all the lectures about like don't speak to strangers, don't trust strangers, don't take anything from strangers. And then the first time a stranger approached me when I was a child, they were like, "Hi there, little girl. Do you want a coloring book from my car?" And I was like, "Yeah. Yeah, bitte. Yeah." And I mean, to be fair, I got a coloring book. I got several coloring books, in fact. It was just a nice lady handing out several coloring books. I was fine. I know, it worked out great. It was just a nice lady who was handing out coloring books. It was a coloring book with a car on it, and I got many of them. You know, good things come of talking to strangers who say that they will give you things from their car. If someone had told me, "Come to my car, there will be puppies inside," I would have been like, "Oh, ja, Hunde. Okay, was für Hunde? Ja, okay, ich gehe Hunde anschauen." Madaya. At this point, I'm convinced that Eddie's luck is working overtime. Oh yeah. I should have died so many times in my life. Madaya. Oh, Adi, komm over. I've got Karl. Was? Du hast einen Karl in deinem Auto. Wow, das ist ein großes Auto. Großes weißes Auto. Du hast Karl da drin im Kofferraum. Okay. Warte, wo ist der Karl? Ich sehe den Karl nicht. Warte. Warum ist hier auf einmal so dunkel? Warum hast du Tür zugemacht? Ich sehe den Karl nicht. Wo ist der Karl? Warte, warum fahren wir? Mir wird schlecht. Naja. That joke was probably better for the German viewers, but I'm still rather happy with the execution. What are the favorite shoes of kidnappers? White Vans. So. Das war jetzt zu lustig. Das geht so nicht. Nee. Das hätte jemand umbringen können, wenn er zu stark gelacht hätte. Was that investment advice? No. Not really. Not in the strictest sense of the word. Ja. Ja. POV, was mit mir in England passiert wäre, wenn sie gesagt hätten, dass Iris sie geschickt hätte. Ja. Oh, hi there. Are you walking all by yourself late at night? Oh, that's really dangerous. Yeah, don't you know dangerous people are around here? Come on, you can get in my van. Oh, you like the color? Thanks. I recently had it painted. Oh, you want to see the paint from the inside? Come on in. I've also got snacks in here. You want snacks? Okay, yeah, there we go. Just get in the back here. I learned how to drive. Hush! A girl can dream. A girl can dream. Did something happen to the stream for a bit, or was that my browser dying? I would like to believe that it was not my stream. Free paint. Yeah, if you're still hungry, I got some paint buckets in the back you can eat. Don't worry about it. Oh, why is there a tear-stained mattress in the back of your van? It's my crying corner. Don't be so judgmental. You know, mental health awareness? Don't make fun of my crying corner. You can use it too if you want. You know, like, if you ever get sad or you ever miss your family after I keep you in here for a couple of months. I mean, what? Yeah. Speaking of crying corner, I have like a little bunny squishy on my desk at all times, but I've kind of been abusing it a little bit. So it had a painted on face, but it came off because I've been wrangling it too much. And so today I had the glorious idea to paint on a new face for it, but now it looks depressed. Now it looks very depressed. I had the idea to give it like eye bags, so it looked more like me. Now it looks a lot like me, and that makes me sad. I was like, oh, if it had cute little eye bags, it would look just like me. As it turns out, it looks like me and I don't like it. You know the old Facebook thing, like, oh, I'm in this image and I don't like it. It's okay. It's okay. The eye bags will go away someday if I sleep enough, right? Right? Demo. Speaking of sleeping enough, I do have to get up early today, so I think this will be my sleep for now. This will be my stream for now. No, I will make like Maxi and I will go to sleep. He's got a little teddy bear. I've got a dog plushie. Hi, Demo. I've got a lot of streams this week. Tomorrow I've got 2 streams, did you know? For which I already made all the waiting rooms because I am hardworking and very, very strong. Yeah. You know, sometimes as a 15'7" tall person, you just gotta make your waiting rooms early. Demo. I'll see you twice tomorrow, okay? I only saw 1 member stream this week though. Where's the second? Did I forget to set the second one to be a membership stream? Oh, I sure did. I accidentally set it to public. Alright, the second one is now also set as a membership stream. Nemo, I'll see you guys tomorrow. First for the membership stream, then for the public karaoke. I'll see you guys. Arishite? Ba 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 ba. Ciao. It's a demo. Oh wait, no, that song doesn't fit the vibe. You know what I gotta do? Veo que es una cosita y qué cosita es. Empieza con la A.